Hey, morning, truck buddies. Airborne Trucker checking in from Harriman, Tennessee. All right, so my Christmas lumber company. All right, you can see their hours are from 7:30 to 3:30, Monday through Friday. Enter only during posted hours. All right, so they do allow parking. There's parking for about 2 to 4 trucks. Their actual business is down here on the other side. That's where they keep most of their lumber. That's where I have to go, but that's where they receive all their lumber. Not too bad. It's about a brisk 45 degrees. I'm burning up. That's why I usually don't wear anything while I'm out here, out and about securing loads and stuff like that, because it just starts sweating, start getting hot. So you see all the straps are under there. I should have had one more right here. All right. As you can see, it started walking out a little bit. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about that. It's yellow pine, so it's real slick. Still got the X strap on there, a dummy strap. Now, when you see me rolling my tarps, now everybody does their tarps differently. If you look in the video, when I pull them and when I fold them, I always try to finish my roll right here, because that's where I'm putting my tarps at. If you don't have any help with a forklift or somebody to help you lift your tarps, you want to pick them up the least amount or least space possible. That don't sound right, but it's early in the morning. But that's how you usually do my tarps. I put them right here, I fold them up right here, and that way all I gotta do is pick up and lift, put them on the deck. Now, there's some drivers that put their tarp in the side box. That's okay. I just rather not fool with it. They'll put them here, have one in there, or maybe both. I'm not sure, but like I said, I don't do it. I just rather have it in the truck, one less thing to move, and it's good to go. All right, so I'll go in there in about another 10 or 15 minutes or so. I woke up, of course, did my tarps, pull the tarps. Now, only pull your tarps early if it's clear weather, i.e., like when I got here last night, I didn't pull my tarps off. One, is tarp load. Two, you never know what's going to happen in the middle of the night. I've been somewhere before, i.e., Florida, took all my bungees out, took everything off, left the tarps on, woke up in the morning, and it's drizzling. So, hey, always wait or check the weather first thing in the morning. It don't take an extra 15, 20 minutes to do your tarps. So you're not saving that much time if you pull your tarps in the morning, which, like I said, is foolish anyway. Save on your load claims. So take that road down there. It goes off to the left, down to the left, and that banks off to the left, and that's where the rest of the property is. The actual directions they gave me from the dispatch is like, go across the bridge, take it right on Emory, and then right-hand side. Yeah, that's where their gate is, and that's where I think their trucks leave out of, but it's no parking. So that's why, when I trip plan, I seen that sign where it said receiving and the parking's up here. I said, you come up here, and you can see all the tire marks from people, cutting in and going down that way. 10 miles an hour, I'll do about 5, keep it safe. When I get down there to the other side, I'll unstrap, and we'll see what happens next. All right, left out last night. Not last night. Left out yesterday morning, about 10 o'clock. Had to come up 75, so if you know about 75, traffic getting out of Florida can be bad sometimes too. But the weather was pretty decent. Got all the way up to Georgia to McDonough, where it always slows down right there before Atlanta. Going northbound it was okay. Southbound, it was backed up from McDonough all the way to the 285 connector. And on the other side, coming into Atlanta on 285, there was an accident shutting down both lanes on 285. I guess I'll be southbound, eastbound. With an accident, so it was just backed up. So those are the type of things you got to think about when you're leaving out and you have I had damn near 600 miles to drive. I think it was five something, but whatever. Make sure you give yourself enough time to make sure that you can get there and have some time extra. So when I got here, it was about a little after 8. It was just getting dark, not really. I think it got dark around about 8:30, but a little after 8 I got here, pulled in, parked and whatnot, and I'm ready to go for in the morning. Now, if I would have left at 12, that 2 hours would have put me back off in Atlanta traffic. And we know, like I said, it's hit or miss. So them type of things you gotta think about, when you have to park up. Did I want to leave early? Heck, why don't I leave early? Not for no $683 load, but in theory, when you leave early, you get home early. One of the comments I had on the last video is about the volume on the mic. The volume was low because I was actually whispering. I was still trying to figure it out. I was whispering. But I usually try to talk kind of loud, kind of proferious. That's not even a word. Talk loud enough to where that you hear me while I'm recording, because I got road traffic right now. But I'm still trying to figure out that mic. It's pretty neat, but I got to figure out a way to use it without taking out my phone case, because I'm not trying to drop a brand new phone, because I do have butterfingers every now and then. But yeah, so it is 7:15 Monday morning, and best thing is part of the system's down. So go figure, part of the system's down Monday morning. But what can you do? What can you do? But hey, it's trucking. Gotta deal with it. So I've already sent my empty in, and I will hopefully get something decent. There is JM Huber, like 30 miles down the road. That's the closest. And there's something in Knoxville. I think CMC Steel Knoxville, which is 40 miles. So I'm 40 miles from Knoxville. So those are two options that are real close. But when you think you know, you don't know. We'll see you on the next one. Here we go again. All right, here we go. All right, so had a bounce 136 miles to Smyrna. That's damn near Nashville to pick this up. All right, so these are John Deere tracks. I'm going to a John Deere plant. So first time I hauled these before, but 3 chains a piece. You got your securement over the top. Put a twist on there. All right, put a twist on there. Won't vibrate in the wind. So they do have parking. So we're gonna get this knocked out. Might stop for a shower. I think I deserve a shower. Gonna do that. But yeah, man, it's about 7,500 pounds a piece, I think. So that's 15,000. 15 to 15 is 35. I mean 30. And another 15 is 45. 45,000, like I said, 3 chains a piece. Strap over the top. So we're gonna see how this rides. Very interesting. Like I said, I never did these before. 3 years at TMC, first time I hauled something. Well, it's the second week in a row. I had a load I never hauled before, so we're gonna get it done. Going to Henderson, North Carolina. We'll see you on the next one. All right, so that was an adventure this morning. Not too bad. That's why you park up. That's why you park up, park up, park up, park up. There's always a 50-50 chance that you get unloaded. So push come to shove, if I didn't get unloaded at 11 o'clock, which was my appointment time, I would have been there parked up and I wouldn't have to waste any time. I start my clock though because I was, you check in at gate 10, but I got unloaded at gate 30. So gate 30, I passed that last night. No, of course not. In the directions it says go to gate 10. So I did that, parked up. They start at 7. Gentleman told me where to go. Said go back out to the main campus, and you'll see all the tracks, which there was 2 sets of tracks. But I turned too early down there by gate 10, so got to kind of listen to directions. Even though I repeated them back to him, I still did the opposite. But anyway, when you're not sure about where you're getting unloaded at, never take your securement off. Never, ever take your securement off. Because if I would assume I was getting unloaded at gate 10, where I checked in at, I'd have put all my change back on because I had to get back on the main road and go about, I think it was like about 1.5 miles. So, one, you can't crawl on a major road, or you ain't supposed to crawl at all. And you shouldn't be moving without securement on your loads. So, who's to say you get out there, you done took all your securement off, you think you're ahead of the game and everything like that, and then, you say, hey, you got to go 5 miles, such and such. So now you done took all your securement off, you got to put all that securement back on, or a good bit of it, to make sure you can you can move it safely, because those tracks are pretty big. I said they're 7,500 pounds a piece. But the guy unloaded me real quick. Like, I'll say that about this John Deere here. There was literally 5 trucks that pulled up at the same time, and everybody got unloaded. I think he unloaded everybody within 30 minutes. Everybody. I mean, it was 3 containers. Hell, they still pulling in here. It's 3 containers, and then it was me, and then I had to help the one guy that parked last night. He was a van driver. Help him help him back into the dock. Kind of crazy setup because he was trying to probably back up his trailer for at least 30 minutes because he left before me. I checked in and they told me to go ahead and wait, and I had to wait at least 30 minutes, and then I headed over this way. So like I said, there was a good chance that guy was trying to back in for about 30 minutes. It wasn't too bad, but he didn't have a good setup, and I could tell he was kind of nervous. So while I was checking in trying to get in the gate and he was in the way, I just helped him back in. I was like, look, dude, you got plenty of room. Just watch your right mirror. Still didn't do it. He was still kind of all over the place, but he did finally get backed in. He's like, oh, thanks. Yeah, no worries, no worries, no hurries. I ain't got nowhere to be. But yeah, all of your securement on. Like I said, I mean, it was real quick. I mean, I've been to some places and they just, they mess around, they dig around, and you be sitting there all day trying to get unloaded. But man, they get them guys in and out, in and out, in and out. So I had to start my clock, of course. So I wasted about, let's see, what does it say? Well, my duty time's rolling. Pretty much wasted 10 minutes of drive time, about an hour of duty time, just because, had to start my clock. But I'd rather take that, 10, 20 minutes of drive time and, the BS time to know that I'm already unloaded. So in theory, I still got all my time. Should be dispatched within the next 30 minutes. We'll see. Should be one of the first ones on the board, but that's one thing about that is I'm only going to run so far. So I probably told myself I'm going to start probably staying out a week at a time just to see if anything changes before I jump ship. I'm going to make sure I exhaust all means prior to me leaving. So that means I got to stay out for a week just to kind of get in that groove, see if there's anything different, then I'm going to do that. But don't get me wrong, I'm still looking. I'm still freaking looking. Like I said, if you get the right opportunity to leave, you gotta leave. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Just waiting. So actually delivered in Kernersville. I never heard of it, but I guess it's right outside of Winston-Salem or Raleigh, somewhere around there. But I have no idea what I'm going to pick up. I was assuming, which I should never assume. I always talk about that in my videos. I shouldn't assume about what I'm going to pick up. I was like, oh, I'm right here at John Deere. Probably pick up something out of Deere. Not. So we wait. We patiently wait. Patiently wait. But yeah, it was good parking up last night. It was one other, it was a Kivy Brothers truck. And then this morning, well, Kivy Brothers, me, and then, like I said, the box truck that we unloaded this morning. And then it was like two other step decks that pulled up. But they have like the excavators and bucket loaders, I think, at this John Deere. So I don't think TMC pulls anything out of here. They just bring in the raw goods, which is fine by me. So hopefully I get something decent. Yesterday was $1,000, a little over $1,000 for about 500 miles, so about $2 a mile. It's a grind, man. And once the rates have changed, it's a freaking grind. But what can you do? It's a grind. Kind of got to be patient. Not really wait it out, but kind of have a plan too. So like I said, I'm still looking for a job. Don't get it twisted, But so far I've been parked up 2 days in a row. Pretty much been ahead of my clock. So now I'm just waiting to see if I get something decent. Get something decent for my next load. It's Tuesday. We'll see. We'll see. See you on the next one. All right, so I drove 50 miles to pick up some recycled fiberboard. Hauled this before out of Kansas, went to Texas. Very simple, no tarp. Just gotta make sure you use edge protection. Very front. 3 straps per bundle, alternate your straps. 450 miles, $900, Cartersville, Georgia. Yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Morning, truck buddies. So, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Whenever you check your dispatch, a lot of times they'll say no parking of this, that, and other. And there's a 50-50 chance that there really is no parking. Well, when you're looking for parking, i.e., you got to drive through a major city, Nashville, Atlanta, Orlando, or something like that, you kind of want to have a plan. Well, I was coming down 85 yesterday, and I was unsure of the parking situation. So I was like, okay, well, I'm within 100 miles or so I'm gonna start looking for parking. I'm gonna stop short because I know it's hard to find parking around Atlanta, and it also depends on where you're delivering at. I'm delivering Cartersville. Now, there's a CMC Steel a few miles away. Now, I think I'm gonna go pick up at, but you know how that goes. But anyway, I had enough time to get here. I had did a 2-hour split when I delivered yesterday because I got unloaded at John Deere, and it took me 2 hours to get dispatched. Between getting unloaded and dispatched, it took 2 hours. So I got that time back of when I started my clock. Because of course, once you start your clock, that 2 hours I waited, I got that time back, which was good. Had enough time to get down here, and that's another reason why you leave yourself an out if you can't find parking or if you're unsure about parking. Like I said, I wasn't planning to drive all the way here. I was unable. I was like, I wasn't worrying about trip planning because I assumed I was going to stop. But I drove all the way here, and it was literally no parking. Sometimes you could check Google Earth and Google Maps. You could check the area around it, but I couldn't do it this time, or I just failed to do it. So I told myself, all right, well, I'm so committed that I'm going to have to go ahead and drive all the way here, and I have time to leave, if I can't find anywhere to park. So when I was pulling in, it's kind of like down here, it's a it's dead end street. It's no outlet, it says. I mean, it's a long street, but it's mostly businesses down here. So I drove all the way down here. It was a 84 Lumber right next to me. But I drove all the way down further, and I see, I'm delivering right here across the street. I was trying to find somewhere to turn around because I see it was a dead end way down here. I didn't want to go any further because it was damn near 9 o'clock at night. Of course, can't see, never been here before. So I turned around, about 2 blocks down where that building is. There weren't no vehicles in the parking lot. So came off the street, turned around, and I seen this right where I'm sitting at now. And it's I'm not sure it's for 84 Lumber or what, but it's brand freaking new. It's not even completed yet. Huge parking lot. So that was some damn good dumb luck. By the time I get my time back, here another 8 minutes, the business is not open yet. They don't open till 8. So got all my time. And I was just thanking God. I was like, dang on. If I gotta leave, I did see a Citgo right off of 85 that had diesel fuel, and I think there was parking off in the back. I seen a drop trailer back there, but that was gonna be my out. I was gonna have to go back 5 miles and try that Citgo and see if they have parking. But like I said, hey, I got lucky, man. And sometimes, you have that run of luck to where you can't miss. So I'll go over here in a little bit. It's raining right now, but I don't care. I didn't have to tarp nothing, so it's all good. I'll go over here probably another 30 minutes or so. 7:30, yeah, because I think they open up at 8. Like I said, it's just awesome, man. So I get to just hang out. All I got to do is take off some straps and get unloaded, and hopefully I can, crawl across the street and crawl back over here. I mean, it's literally, like I said, there was some guys doing concrete last night on the inside. It was, like I said, it was 9 o'clock when I stopped, almost 9 o'clock. And there were guys inside the warehouse doing concrete or something like that. But sometimes, hey, man, perfect plan, terrible execution, no plan, and perfect execution. Like I said, I'd rather be lucky than good sometimes, and I'm grateful for it. So get this unloaded and see where we're heading next. Like I said, CMC Steel is a rock shot from here, or however that saying goes. It's pretty close, but we know that needing directional freight, it's Wednesday, so I don't know. I don't know, but talked to another one of my buddies that stays in Jacksonville, and he was having more bad luck than me, so whenever you think you're doing bad, somebody might be doing worse, because of course I delivered that Monday load that was $683. Then that John Deere load was a little over $1,000, and then this one I think was $1,000. Well, it's $900. I have to run my clock or drive all day, but I guess $1,000 for driving all day compared to driving 300 miles for $700. I guess you gotta take the latter of the two. I don't know. So just trying to figure it out. So enough rambling about that. We'll see you on the next one. All right, morning, truck buddies. Checking in from Fuquay, Varina, North Carolina. So the place kind of had parking. Well, they did, but I stopped because the only problem was if I would have parked here, They open at 7, so I'd have been unloaded around about 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. There's nobody in the office to dispatch you at that time. Of course, I couldn't see on Google Earth, Google Maps. I could go around the building and wait off to the side. I couldn't see it. But I stopped short, got here, somebody emptying to see if I can get dispatched right away, which, of course, not going to happen because waiting on directional freight. It's Thursday, so need directional freight to get back down south. So that might take a minute. It might not. I've been waiting for 45 minutes. No big deal. Like I said, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Those are chances you take. Those are things that you got to think about. Very nice setup of ABC. Most of them are hit or miss. But this one, like I said, it had parking, had refreshments on the inside, bathroom after they opened, of course, had coffee. But no footage of the load and unload. Yesterday, went to Hampton, Georgia to load, and that was the first time I seen a line outside the gate. They were waiting to get in to check in. Usually I get there first thing in the morning. The past 2 times I've been there, get in, get loaded, in and out within an hour. They're about an hour and a half, give or take. I got there at the right time before they start shuttling guys or staging them outside the gate. So got loaded. Here's another TMC driver. Had a load going to Florida. Now that's the thing. Now my fleet manager probably could have got me that one more than likely, but then I'd been back in Florida today, a day early. So that kind of not set you up good. Like I said, you don't want to be close to home unless you know that you're going home on a Thursday, because it's going to mess up your next load. So that's probably why I got the North Carolina run. I'm way up here, not way up here, but nice to run to get back down south somewhere. So I should we'll see, pick up something to deliver tomorrow and then reload to deliver Monday in Florida somewhere, maybe. No, that don't even sound right. It just depends. The freight's crazy. It just depends. So I'm not even going to sit there and put that out there. I don't know. But definitely should be getting something to deliver tomorrow. Maybe I might get something right into Florida. Maybe I have to wait and make a pit stop in another state, deliver, and then reload to get something going into Florida. Who knows? But that's the only thing about waiting on directional freight. When you're waiting on directional freight, you may wait 30 minutes. You may wait 3 hours. So that goes with the territory. So like I said, I'm gonna start next week. I'm gonna try to run for a week and see if there's a difference. The wait times should be a little bit shorter because you have nowhere to be in theory. Now, my buddy that also stays in Jacksonville said he stayed out 3 weeks and he made less. But there's a lot of different factors. Location, your time to drive, and your fleet manager. When you're staying out, try your best to park up. Especially with how the rates are. Try your best to park up. Make sure you got your nice little plan in place to park up. That way you got all your time, you can get dispatched on longer runs, in theory. Like I said, there's a lot of different reasons to park up and not to park up. Everybody has their own reasons. Like I said, me personally, I had to park up because I had almost a 500-mile run, $600, $683, and I had to park up. It just would have threw off the whole damn week. But right now it is Thursday, and I'm sitting at, for revenue, let's see, 850, 900, that's 17, I call it 1800, 18, 28, $3,400 on 1, 2, 3, 4 loads, $3,400. So I should break 4,000. I mean, dumb luck should have me breaking 4,000 on the next load when I deliver tomorrow. But who knows? Something to talk about. Thanks for everybody that tunes in, watches, subscribes. I read all the comments. I try to answer, reply to all of them. Sometimes it's just some gibberish, and I just let it be. But thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Emails, I always answer emails. I get 1 a week, 2 a week. If you send me an email, I read it and I do try to respond to it. Most time it's a driver looking for advice. The last gentleman sent me a message. He's changing careers, and he's got a I'm not a newborn, but he's got a little baby at the house, little boy at the house, and he's wondering if it's going to be worth it. And I just told him straight up, look, you're not going to have a normal weekend. Trucking is not 9 to 5. You're going to have a trucker's weekend if and when you get to the house. You're going to get home for 34 to 48 hours. It will be 34 hours, so which is pretty much a day and a half to get your time back. And then you got to head out, depending on where you're delivering at. If you get lucky to where you're delivering somewhere close, yeah, you could take the chance of staying home the whole weekend and then delivering Monday. But those are chances that you take. Family first, always, family first, always, regardless of the fact. But don't expect to get rich with the rates how they are. I know I will not be anywhere close to 100,000 last year. Did 90. I think 97 year before last, and my first year I think I did about 80 or something like that. I don't know, I have to look at it. I don't want to give you no crazy number, but it's pretty decent. But my very first year trucking, I don't know, man. it ain't looking good. I actually thought about going back to Specialized. I actually thought about going back to boats. This is the time to be a cents per mile driver. When the rates are down, the miles don't change. Your cents per mile won't change. So I kind of thought about that. But the only downfall about going back to boats or Specialized, I got to stay out at least 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. But ironically, when I was on Specialized, I got back to Florida more on Specialized than being on line haul. Now, how weird is that? If you look at the other videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I'm at a crossroads almost with TMC. But you have to do your research. I'm not just going to just freaking leave because I'm upset or I'm not making money. You have to make calculated, educated decisions, before you just jump ship, Especially when you have families depending on you. You got a wife, children, a spouse, family, kids, stuff like that. When you got somebody depending on you, you need steady income, So, but I am doing my research. Like I said, I look at jobs every night. I've been looking at tanker stuff. One place I looked at, you don't need any experience. They train you. So I've kind of been looking into that. They actually have a new position open, 4 on, 4 off. But the problem is, don't know what the pay is. I mean, they give you like a yearly gross, like, you can make between 65 and 80,000. Okay, but what am I making weekly? That to get that higher end of the pay, you want to stay out, or you have to do more loads, and it's just a lot of different things. But yes, when rates are trash, you want to be cents per mile. That's always the argument. But but then you got to turn more miles. So I don't know. They get you either way. If it's not your truck, they get you either way. So you gotta take the good with the bad. And I'm still waiting on a load. Been waiting. 8, 30. Yeah, about an hour. So that's not too bad. When you get to like past the second hour and you're on that third hour, that's when it gets kind of iffy. But I feel that if I was staying out, I've probably been dispatched already. But who knows? You're not sitting behind a desk. You're not with the load planner. You're not with the folks that are getting the freight for the drivers. So we'll see what happens next, where I'm going. But I'm in Fuquay, Varina, North Carolina, waiting on my next load. And we'll see you on the next one. All right, so I'm picking up my favorite place, Armour, North Carolina, at West Fraser. Come here every now and then. This is the first time it's been a little bit of a wait. Usually I can get in and get out But of course, being dispatched kind of late and had to drive 2 hours, it is what it is. So while I'm waiting, I ate lunch, ate my barbecue. It was pretty damn tasty. So if you look out, like I said, they load fairly quick. They load here, over here, where you see that white Freightliner coming out PNS. Load over there, go straight, and you go to the tarpon station. But fairly simple. Hopefully it'll stop raining by the time I get ready to go get loaded. But yeah, delivering right there by the house, probably about 40 miles from the house. So you know how that goes when you deliver that close to the house. So we'll see. But yeah, I have no idea if I'm getting tarp lumber or what, but I gotta throw the tarp on, and it's raining pretty good right now. Raining pretty good. But if you can see off in the distance, it's getting ready. It's gonna pass, so it's all good. But if I don't get home tonight, I'll get home tomorrow sometime. So just want to try at least get to the doggone state line. If I get to the state line, I'll just stop there. I might even have my wife come pick me up. Well, no, she got to work tomorrow, so she ain't gonna come pick me up. I'll worry about when I get to it. But cheap lumber, 500 miles, $700. So whatever. Probably don't get no video of this one. It's raining, and I don't want my phone to get wet. Okay, we finally made it. Finally made it to the weekend. See, now this is a reason why you park up on Sunday. Because in theory, you should have better load options and you should get home at a decent hour, in theory. Now we know that doesn't happen all the time, every time. So it's 1:30 and I'm already at the house. Well, not at the house, but I'm in my weekend parking spot. But sometimes with that being said, you also gotta leave out early, i.e. I gotta leave out early again. I don't have to, but I'm going to. I'm gonna leave at a decent hour to make sure I can find place says no parking, but I did my recon. It's a dirt parking lot, or actually not a dirt parking lot, but it's a business that's across the street. More than enough room, so that's probably where I'm gonna park at. It is what it is. It's not gonna be no gate, so I just play stupid when I get there, or Monday morning, or whatever the case might be. But one of the things that broke my heart today, not really broke my heart, but just made me put things into perspective. So an older gentleman, couldn't see it in my video when I was untarping and unstrapping. Older gentleman, 70-something years old, doing tarps and stuff, just doing flatbed. And I was like, man, it's got to be one of them things. I know sometimes you do it for love, sometimes you do it because you want to, sometimes you do it because you have no choice. But man, that hurt me. Me personally, I can't be at nobody's job, nobody, unless it's my own business. I don't probably want to do it then. Be at anybody's job, 70 years old, working. So helped him do his tarps. He was like, yeah, I'm not fast. I'm on the slow side. I said, no, you're not slow. I said, you're thorough. There ain't nothing wrong with that. So I gave him a hand with his tarps. Did help him do his tarps and everything, whatnot. He rolled them up, or he rolled them up. I think another guy helped him roll them up. I was, had to get back to my trailer. The line was moving or whatnot. So I got situated, got my stuff taken off, and he finally got his tarps rolled up. So I guess he was taking a break inside the truck. It was kind of early this morning, but older gentleman, you can't be working too hard. But I seen his tarps right about the trailer. I guess he's gonna wait for the forklift guy to come pick him up and put him on the deck for him. I went and did it. And like I said, it don't cost you nothing to be nice to somebody. I'll help anybody, old, young, whatever the case might be. It's nothing wrong with giving somebody a hand. Then a Shelton driver, he pulled up behind me, helped me with my tarp, so I returned the favor, But yeah, man, that broke me down, man. I was like, golly, 70-something years old, man. He's still behind the wheel, And he had a long night because I wasn't even close to him, but he smelled like he had alcohol on him. So I don't judge nobody. So we all got our own demons and vices. So I don't judge nobody. But I gave him a hand with his tarps, and he finally got unloaded after me because the gentleman came, and I said, "Oh, get ready to go. I'll come back for him." So he unloaded me right quick, yeah, if you're getting into trucking, I think I'm gonna start touching on it more and more. If you're getting into trucking, the market is changing. It is changing drastically. The rates are changing. All right. So I have a load for Monday, going back to North Carolina, Goldsboro, North Carolina. I got some insulation. I don't know if you ain't gonna be able to see it. Let's see if I turn. No, you ain't gonna be able to see it. But I've got a load of insulation. It's 450 miles. 460 miles from where the truck's at. 460 miles. Almost as bad as it was last week when I went to Tennessee, and it was $638. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So, got a little challenge, not challenge, but I want to do a little scientific project. Now, at the beginning of the year, I was telling you, like, hey, I'm going to go home every week to see if I can maintain, my 5K to the truck. And I've been failing miserably. I haven't been failing, but the situation at hand has altered things. So, when my wife talked about it, I'm going to stay out probably 2 weeks. She don't think it's 1 week. But I'm hoping and praying to get to the Midwest and run some of that freight. But it's going to be a heck of a way to get out there. And then once you get out there, sometimes you get stuck out there. Last time I was in the Midwest, I think I did $7 grand or something like that. But that was when I was trying to get back because I had my doctor's appointment. But I'm going to try to stay out for at least 1 week and see if I can get to Tacoma, Washington, because we have a Tacoma run that we do every year. John Deere does. They have actual John Deere loads and support loads that go out from Iowa to Tacoma, Washington. Now, it's going to be like a shot in the dark because, one, it boils down to being in the right place, right time, and I'm not sure how long or how many loads that they have going out that way, support loads. I happened to get lucky last year because I just happened to be right place, right time. I was in Iowa, and I asked my fleet manager, like, hey, you got anything going to Washington? And I got one. Okay, so like I said, it's just right place, right time, and I'm going to try it. If I don't get out that way, I'm hoping just to make some more revenue. Like I said, my buddy, he said he stayed out 3 weeks and he did less. It just depends. But at the same time, here's the thing about him making less. So I'm pretty sure he wasn't parking up. All right, so he stays in Jacksonville with me. I don't know if he follows the channel or not, but I'll leave him nameless. Okay, so he picked up in Tifton and delivered. He delivered in Tifton, and then he picked up some kind of lumber, or he picked up something in Florida, and then went down to Frostproof. Well, when he was going down there to deliver, he tore up his damn truck. Okay, so things like that, that's your fault. That's kind of your fault that you're not making any money. So now you had a brand new truck. Now you're getting a refurbished truck that's got 400,000 miles on it compared to your truck that you had that you're not going to get back. Usually once you get out of a truck, very seldom do you get back in the same truck. It's very seldom that you get back in the same truck. So now he's got an older truck, which ain't nothing wrong with an older truck because it's broken in and you shouldn't have too many issues with it. But it just depends on what kind of work they've done to it. But he said it's got a brand new transmission in it. So he's recovering a truck in Alabama. So I don't even know if he even has a load yet. So like I said, stuff like that. So you're your own worst enemy. Like I said, I parked up all this week. Now, I didn't park up Thursday, which I should have parked up. I should have went and just bit the bullet and drove up there to that ABC and parked up. I would have been home yesterday. Or no, I would have been home yesterday. Well, in theory, I would have been home yesterday. I would have slept in my own bed yesterday, but I would deliver this morning. But whatever, but that's why you leave early. You leave early to come back home early. But yeah, I'm gonna stay out for a week or two just to see if I get on some better loads, because I've been running just pretty much Florida, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. I think I ran Virginia week before last or something like that, just in a big old circle. But that's all the freight that we have. Hey, like I said, can't complain about it. But waiting on my wife to get off work, so she'll get off in about an hour. We'll clean up the truck a little bit, probably take a lot of stuff out, and get it out the truck, just to make room for stuff, or not really make room for stuff, but just clear out the damn truck. But yeah, man, it's been a crazy, uneventful week. I think I finished with 4,200, something like that. What can you do, man? Some drivers saying, they're did 5 loads and then do 4 to 500. I think I did 3 or 4 this week. Well, I did 4. I didn't do 5. Let's see how many loads I do this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I did 5 loads, $4,200, $4,300. Like I said, I like to average 5,000 just because with how my benefits and 401k and all that stuff set up. As long as I can do $5,000, over $5,000, I can net, not gross, net $1,000. Is that a lot of money? No. Is that great money? No. But I make it work. Oh, but like I was saying though, freight's bad for everybody. Like I said, I was unloading this morning. That Shelton driver that helped me with my tarps, and we helped each other out with our tarps. He was saying, man, he had 3 loads this week. And I'm not sure how Shelton operates. I'm not sure if they're lease purchase or if they're company drivers or what, but he said he had 3 loads this week. And I was like, damn, So everybody's feeling the pinch, so when you make a decision, make sure you do your research and just don't jump ship. Like I said, before I leave TMC, I'm going to make sure I exhaust every means before I leave. I'm not just going to get my boxers in a bunch. Like, man, F this, man. I don't need this crap. I mean, I don't, but at the same time, I'm not foolish, but I'm still looking, so I'm going to run a few weeks, 2 weeks, and just see if I can get on some better freight. Like I said, when you have to be somewhere, you need directional freight. So since I've been coming home every week, I need directional freight. And with freight being how it is, my fleet manager's only gonna run me so far. But now, since I told him the day before I got empty, I said, hey, I'm gonna run next week. Now I delivered literally 10 miles from Palaca, so I was like, I'm going to Palaca to get a load. But probably with me staying out, that's probably why I got the installation head up to North Carolina, then we'll spread out and go from there. But I'll worry about it when we get to it. But thank you for subscribing. Thank you for everybody that watches. Shoot, I'm glad I can help somebody out. That's just what it's about. I'm not trying to get rich. I'm not planning to be rich, but just like to documentate what's going on. So if you decide to come to TMC or just drive in general, you can kind of know what to expect on the road. So got a yard sale this weekend on the honey-do list. Clean up some of the stuff for sale or sell some stuff. Might barbecue again. I might do some chicken wings this time. I might do some beer can chicken or something. I haven't decided yet, but I love barbecuing. But enough rambling. Enjoy your weekend when you get to it, truck buddies. Stay safe, stay blessed. Airborne Trucker signing off.